How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Ranked Report. So, this week we are using Drakefish again. I know I used it a few weeks ago on a sand team. This time we're using it without sand. We're using the standard Choice Scarf Strong Jaw set. So with Strong Jaw, Drakefish actually has the same power as the Choice Band set. It's a little bit slower than Choice Band in sand, but I found I was messing around with trying to build my own sand team. And I found it very restrictive in that a lot of the time in matchups where Drakefish is good, you wouldn't really want to bring your sand setters. Plus, you're doubling up on weaknesses to Rillaboom and stuff. So I like to just go Choice Scarf instead. I've got Regieleki for speed if I need it. It does mean opposing Regielekis can be a little bit troublesome, but we have ways around it, it's fine. One thing I was finding when I was running Drakefish was that I was often getting shut down by Rillabooms, by Fake Outs, because obviously if you're choice locked into something, it's difficult for you to get around that kind of stuff. So I figured Serena could be good. Queen of Majesty blocks priority moves, so you can't get hit by Fake Out, you can't get hit by Grassy Glide, that kind of stuff, which means that Scarf Drakefish is now suddenly a lot more able to just smack things, basically. The rest of the team is rounded out in a pretty standard way. P2 gives me a secondary speed control option if I'm playing against, for example, a Tailwind team. I don't really have great ways around that with the rest of them on, so having a Trick Room option is nice for Fini, for Incin, for Serena. Incin, pretty standard. I will say if I was to remove one Pokemon from this team, it would maybe be the Incin or the Regieleki, and I'd replace it with a better Regieleki answer, because at the moment my Regieleki answer a little bit, so I can maybe ditch that. But for now it's pretty strong. Incin's good into Regieleki anyway, because it can tank a hit and Parting Shot or one-shot it with Flare Blitz or something. And my matchup isn't too bad. I've got AV Serena, Drakefish can tank a hit and smack it. P2 can very easily tank a hit, set up TR, smack it, whatever. Fini can kill it if you get a Palm Mind up. So it's far from unwinnable. It's just something I'm considering. And then Tapu Fini gets rid of Rillaboom grassy terrain, so it's another way of stopping priority. Also stops things like Thunderwaves, Will-O-Wisps, and I think very notably Spore from Amoonguss, because opposing Trick Room teams could be very difficult with this. So stopping that Spore is very nice. Thanks to the Misty Surge. I know I'm doubling up on water types, but Drakefish and Fini actually share 0 weaknesses. And Fini primarily is a fairy type attacker, so I never really feel like I'm doubling up on offense, and I'm not doubling up at all on defense because they don't have any common weaknesses. And then Regieleki pretty standard, just focus slash set, gives me a bit of extra speed control if I need it. So Electrobe's useful against opposing Regieleki, for example. I can Electrode them so that Scarf Drakefish outspeeds. Honestly, just being fast and bouncing off things with Volt Switch, T-Volt is very, very useful, because this team's otherwise kind of lacking speed outside of Drakefish, so in matchups where Drakefish isn't that good, having something like a Regieleki just to get consistent fast damage off is very, very useful, even if I'm not using it for speed control. So sometimes I'll bring a Trick Room mode with Incin, P2, Fini, Regieleki, for example, and I'll set up for a Trick Room early game. But I'll keep a Lecky in the back as an option if I can't set up Trick Room or don't want to set up Trick Room. I can Parting Shot into my Lecky early game and use it to deal damage there, or I can set up Trick Room, abuse my Trick Room with P2, with Incin, with Fini, and then Lecky's there once Trick Room's down. So it's a pretty standard kind of mixed room team. P2 honestly often doesn't actually set up Trick Room. A lot of the time it's just there to press Dry Attack and Ice Beam. But yeah, that's the team. So without further ado, let's hop into some battles. Okay, so our first battle, we're up against a very interesting team here. So this is a Tailwind team, obviously. Nihilego is kind of a problem for this team. I do need to be very, very wary of that, especially with Tailwind behind it. You deal a lot of damage to me, so this might be a Trick Room angle on this one. I don't really see a way for him to stop me setting up Trick Room. Outside of maybe a Taunt on Tornadus or a Taunt on Fini, maybe, if you're running a Taunt Fini set. So I think I'm leading P2 here. At the worst, in worst case, I try and bait the a Taunt or something, but I can block a Tornadus Taunt with Serena. It's worth noting, so that's maybe an option there, or I can leave Incin. I don't know if Incin comes to this one, actually. It doesn't feel very good here. Serena can hit Nihilego pretty hard with physical attacks. Hits Fini for super effective. With AV, I'm pretty sure I can tank an Air Slash. So I could go for TR with Fini and a Lecky. Actually, I think I do bring Dracovish to this one once TR's down. Oh, sorry, once once TR's down or once Tailwind's down, one of the two. So this is kind of similar-ish to what I was saying in the intro, the kind of like Instant P2 Fini Lecky thing. The goal is ultimately set up Trick Room, and then just kind of go from there. I think AB Serena is just a slightly bit lead here, because it completely blocks the taunt from Tornadus, because potentially my opponent could go for like switching Serena and taunt if I let Incineroar to block the fake out, and also Incineroar's dead to a Nihilego, so like a Nihilego Tornadus lead would be very, very difficult for me to deal with. Whereas here, I think I can get around that. They go Urshifu and who's Fuyao? Serena, okay. This is a little annoying because I don't have my instance, so I can't reduce the close combat damage here. I will live a close combat, but the problem is if they double into my P2, I'm potentially in trouble. So I think... Is Fini or P2? Honestly, I kind of think that... that P2 is more useful in this matchup than Fini. So I'm going to switch my P2 into my Fini here. Just save that. I'm going to U-turn off the... What do I U-turn off? It might be worse for me to break a Sash here on Urshifu, potentially. I don't think I care too much about damage on Serena. I guess maybe I could have like two-shot at the U-turn. That might have been the better move. But now my Fini's just threatening their Ursh. I guess this is probably close combat. I do have a bit of a fighting weakness on this team. It's worth noting. Oh, they are. That looks like banded damage to me. I would guess that's banded. Yeah, that's good info. Nihilego comes in. That's fine. I get free switch into Taunt. Okay, yeah. So Taunt was on Serena. I didn't think about Taunt Serena. I thought about Taunt everything else. Yeah, it's Taunt Serena. Serena's also faster than mine, it's worth noting. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Dracovish. I mean, I feel like they've got to be scared of Fisher's Rend here, right? Into Nihilego. So this is probably Protect Nihilego. I'm very tempted this turn to go for Moonblast and Leech Life into the Serena. So I don't think they brought Tornadus here, which means that Dracovish is going to be doing a lot of damage. Yep, there's the Protect. Okay. So this is... this is a Strong Jaw boosted leap. That did not do anything. Okay, Strong Jaw sucks. Why did that not do any damage? Please tell me I didn't bring them on Dracovish. Okay, Strong Jaw. Is Leech Life not a biting move? Am I going insane? Okay, Dracovish has to switch here. That's kind of not negotiable. I'm just going to Muddy Water here, potentially get an accuracy drop. I think I just... do I just sack my Serena? Actually, I think I just go for a Moonblast into their Serena here. Once I clear that out, that's a much easier time for Dracovish. Is Leech Life not a biting move? Let me check. Okay, they switch, yep. Fine. Okay, they've got their own Fini here. I should go Meteor Beam, so I assume that means they're trying to kill my Dracovish here. Oh, Leech Life isn't a biting move? I actually did not know that. Okay, well, that changes a lot of stuff about how I run this Pokemon. Okay, Serena dies. I might lose from here just because I have a lack of damage output now. I really thought that I would do a lot more with that Leech Life if I did nothing to Fini. Holy crap. That special attack drop is huge though. I didn't realise Leech Life wasn't a biting move. Oh wait, no, that actually doesn't save me. I mean, it's pretty safe for their Fini to go for them to just go like Protect and Moonblast here, right? I think I have to pray they don't do that. Yeah. I could have just Fisher's rendered the Fini, but oh well. Moonblast might not kill actually at -1 here. Okay, their Fini's faster than my Fini as well, that's annoying. And we're dead. Okay, well, lesson learned. Leech Life is not actually a biting move. So would I have actually done more with the Fisher's Friend there? I may well have done. Dracovish. And into Sarina. Let's have a look. So he's Strongjaw. Let's have a look. I feel like it probably does more, doesn't it? Yeah, Fisher's Run just does more damage. Okay. Should have pressed Fisher's Run then. Okay, I've got a Calm Mind up on Fini here, but I think I am going to need a miracle to win this one now. So I feel like there's a good chance Nihilego just kills me anyway. If I can get, like, Muddy Water Trick Room, like Muddy Water double actually drop Trick Room, or something like that, I don't know. Sludge Bomb, Tank it Fini. Don't want P2. I'm not dead from -1 here. There's no shot. Yeah, not even close. Muddy Water double connects. Okay. Good job, Tapu Fini. Actually drop a Nihilego. Show me one of Fini as well. That's cheating. My opponent didn't get an actually drop. Okay. This is doable now. So I've kind of neutralised the Nihilego somewhat. This is kind of doable. I just recover with P2 and Muddy Water again, I think. And well, I mean, if I miss, I miss. So it goes. Oh, no, not Ice Beam. Recover. Nihilego protects, it's fine. Muddy Water actually drop here would be lovely. It could have also got Calm Mind there, but I don't think it's worth the risk. And like, I can also fish for actually drops here if like that's a thing I can do. Okay, we get protect. This damage is kind of meaningless, but an actually drop here would be lovely. Actually drop. That's cheating. Okay, Moonblast. P2 again. They drop my special attack. That's not ideal. And they get left use recovery. Okay. I'm just fishing for status effects here. I'm gonna do this and try attack the Fini. I am big fishing. Give me freeze. Okay, we kill the Nihilego, so that's something. Give me actually drop. Nihilego drops. Okay, give me actually drop. Never lucky. This Fini is becoming a problem. This Fini is very rapidly becoming a problem. Owing to a lack of actually drops and a lack of poisons, powers, burns, or freezes. Well, I can't get poison, but power, burn, or freeze would also be good. Friol was Serena? Yeah. I mean, that's in Ice Beam range, so I can always Ice Beam... Do I just Ice Beam Moonblast? I think that might be my best bet here, right? I could also go for... What I think I prefer here is actually going Moonblast into the Serena and recover with P2, because I don't want to hit Protect on Serena and then... Okay, no Protect from Serena. I was going to say I don't want Serena to Protect and then P2 to get taunted on the next turn. Or like P2 get hit by Moonblast and then I have to choose between going recover and killing something. Okay. Serena goes down. I go for another Calm Mind. That they're at +1 special attack. I am also at +1 special attack. They're at +2 special defense, so they are slightly ahead in this race. It would be just delightful if I could get something. A freeze, a poison... No, well, a poison wouldn't really work, but... Okay, Ursh, I'm pretty sure we established is banded. So that's dead. I just killed that. And then I fish for status effects again. Burn here would be amazing. Para would also be fine. Freeze would be also ideal. Actually, any of these would be fine, I think. Just something. Okay, they go for banded Sucker Punch, that's fine. Yeah. I'm still going for Tri-Attack here regardless. Crit Burn, Para, Freeze, Poison? Nope. Okay. You're gone. I could set up another comment here, which would be very annoying. Watch them get double accuracy drop immediately. Okay. That's fine. Not too hard. They can Moonblast me here. If they Moonblast me, I think I'll go for my own Moonblast and just try and get some damage down on Fini, otherwise I get Trick Room up. A crit or a special attack drop would be great here. I've been getting 0 secondary effects from any of my stuff. Okay, they kill my P2, yep. So it's just Fini versus Fini. My Fini has more health, but their Fini has more boosts. So... Special attack drop crit. That's not doing anything. And we get neither a special attack drop nor a crit. At this point, I think I am just crit fishing. They are opening themselves up to crits. Come on. Come on, Fini. Just crit once. Okay. Crit. That's not a crit. Special attack drop is nice. So the question is here, do they want to protect? I feel like, given that I've shown that I'm just pressing Moonblast, I think they want to protect here, so I can maybe get off a Calm Mind. I'm a genius, okay. So the Calm Mind there is nice. I think they're low enough that I might be able to win this one. It is hard to say, because they are a bajillion boosts. 3 minutes left until Battle ends. Ooh. Oh, I can play this as a timer. I can play this as a timer for sure, I can play this as a timer. Because their Fini is way lower than mine. And I've got 3 minutes of my turn left. Okay, I think I win. So I can just go protect, Moonblast, protect here, right? Actually, no, I think optimally I Moonblast this turn and then I protect next turn. I think is the play. Oops. Put my laptop because my battery's low. I apologize if this somehow affects the quality of the recording. Okay. So my best way here is just to put my controller down, basically. This might be a throw depending on how long the turns go on, actually. I'm accounting for effectively a minute each turn. Yeah, they Moonblast. I also Moonblast. Okay, so we've gone over a minute this turn. Big damage. Yeah, I mean, I think even without timer I win this. Well, most of the time. If they crit me this next turn without timer, then I'd be in trouble. But I think I can just go for... wait 45 seconds into protect. Am I going to have enough time for that? Maybe I Moonblast, actually. I think maybe it's actually Moonblast. I think Moonblast is actually safest here. Actually, no, never mind, that's a lie. Protect was a guaranteed win. I'm stupid. Okay, they quit. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Picking Moonblast was the wrong play there. Given that the timer went below a minute, I should have just gone Protect there, because then between the Protect animation and all the lefties recovering stuff, it would have been less than 45 seconds, and I would have just been able to put my control down and win. So Protect was guaranteed there, given the time left. I just didn't know. I didn't know if there'd be another turn after that one or not. Turns out there was. Sorry, there wasn't even. So I would have been fine to Protect, but yeah, okay. Okay, we came back from a very rough start there, but that was the benefit of having that kind of mixed Trick Room mode. They managed to get rid of my fast mode, but then P2 got TR up, and Fini managed to kind of sweep through from there, eventually. I also learned a valuable lesson that Leech Life is not a biting move, for some reason. Which seems very odd to me. Because it talks about like draining the target's blood, and the animation is literally biting. So I just kind of thought that it was a biting move. Maybe I'd change that out then. So I kind of put that on my Dracovish. I was like, ooh, funky, a biting move that is super effective on grass types. That's quite useful, but it's not. It's in fact not useful in the slightest. Because Fisher's Rent just does more. I guess the exception is maybe into Rillaboom, but like, I've got Serena and Incin and P2 to deal with Rillaboom, so I don't think I really care about that too much. Okay, the next battle has begun, and this is very 2017. This is incredibly 2017. Coco Araquanid P2 Kartana you saw a fair bit back then. Again, kind of a mixed room mode. I need to be very careful with this Araquanid actually. This thing can do a lot of damage to me if I let it. And I can't stop them getting TR up, because I don't have Taunt on this team. This is potentially a Fini lead just to try and set up Calm Minds in the face of whatever they lead. I don't hate. I also, the other option, I don't know how much damage a Lecky Drakefish does to a P2. Because that is also an option I have, but I feel like they might want to lead like Incin Porygon2 here. In which case, I could go Fini Incin, I think is a relatively safe lead. I'm definitely bringing my P2 to this, and it's either Serena or it's... Well, I was about to say it's either Serena, Drakefish, or Regieleki, but obviously it's either Serena, Drakefish, or Regieleki. I don't think Serena's that useful here, because like there's not really any priority on blocking. Lando does way too much damage to it. It can't really do that much to P2. I know high jump kick's okay, but doesn't really like Incin. It's either Lecky or Dracovish. I think I'd prefer Dracovish here just because of the Landorus, right? I think I prefer it because of the Lando. This Kartana could be annoying, actually. This Kartana could be very annoying. It might be worth going Lecky just for the damage onto Cart, because I do have P2 and Fini to deal with Lando. Go P2 Cart, okay. So they're covering... I can just fake out Calm Mind here, right? I'll just say, right, I don't really care about your Kartana. If you set up Trick Room, that actually, like, that helps me. I think this is a pretty free Calm Mind. They could hard switch Araquanid is one thing I'm maybe a little worried about. Download gives special attack. Not great. Okay. So I have two options. I either go Calm Mind and fake out into Cart, or I go Calm Mind and I parting shot the Kartana slot. The other alternative is to kind of go for a bit of a slightly more passive coverall option here. But I don't think I'm a huge fan of that. I don't think you let your Cart just go down here, right? I think this is either a switch or a detect. Yeah, okay, that'll be Araquanid in Trick Room, I would guess. Lando, that's also fine. So I can say pretty confidently now that this isn't going to be a Trick Room if they bring in Landorus. So I can pretty safely switch into my Dracovish here. Just to threaten out the Lando. Yeah, I think Dracovish is the right move here. Green Draco. I'm not worried about tri-attack hacks or anything like that because I've got the Misty Terrain up. They just give T-Bolt. Okay. That's not going to I've got Calm Mind. Easy. Do I get greedy and set another Calm Mind? I don't think I do. I think that's maybe just a bit too much. So I could go for Accuracy Drops, which I don't hate. That also lets me catch a Kartana on a switch in on Lando, potentially. The other option I have is just to go, okay, your Lando's not going to do anything here. It wants to switch, so I'm just going to... I think I actually kind of like doubling the P2 here, just for big damage, because Lando wants to either protect or switch, I think. It's at -1, and both of the Pokemon on the field threaten to one-shot it. You'd be a brave person to stay in on this. So I think I can use this opportunity to just get a bunch of damage down on P2. They withdraw P2. That's interesting. Who's this then? Instant? Cart. Okay. Oh, Cart goes down to this, I'm pretty sure. That's a really good pickup for me. So, protect them? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. There's no way Cart lives this. Fish. Ooh, is it AV? If it's AV, it might live. Okay, it's dead. Okay. Well, that's a very good first couple of turns. I've taken like a sliver of damage in exchange for a Calm Mind boost to KO, and they just rage quit. GG's, I guess. How does the rest of that match play out? They've got P2. We've seen P2. We've seen Lando. I can just go Fisher Surrender to the Lando slot there. I guess move off the P2. What are they in the back? Did we see what else they had? We saw Cart. We saw maybe a Rakronid in the back. Yeah, I think that's just GG regardless. Okay, well, yeah, that's the benefit of being aggressive early game. I think it's the takeaway from that one. Because like I said, I could have gone for like a passive half measure and gone like protect parting shot turn 1 or something like that. But I would have lost a lot of threat from my Fini if I'd done that. I don't think I would have picked up the Kartana. I wouldn't have threatened the KO on the P2. I don't think. I actually still might not have been threatening a KO on P2, but whatever. So yeah, play that. And if I'd gone for the fake out play there, then I'm wildly out of position against Lando, and something has to switch in at a full powered Earth Power. Whereas I think worst case from that turn is that Kartana just Leaf Blades my Fini. I guess there's a chance it crits me, but I think they're worried about me just going fake out off Levelers there, so they're trying to reposition around that. And then the next one was -1 Lando into a Dracovish and a +1 Fini. Like, that's almost forced to play defensively, just because otherwise it's cooked, basically, by everything. So I can afford to just get aggressive on the other slot there. And even if Lando does attack at -1, it's not KOing either eye Pokemon, so it's pretty safe to swing on the P2 slot, because that never really has Protect. So it's probably a bit of a shorter video, just the second battle was short, but the first battle was long. So we'll call it there, I think. Still good takeaways from the second battle, even if it was a bit short. It wasn't like turn 1 Rage Quit. Was that turn 2? I think it was just turn 2, wasn't it? Anyway. There's a good lesson there, which is sometimes it pays to be aggressive. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, please do leave a like on the video, sub to the channel if you have not already, and go follow me on Twitch. Link to that is in the description. Yeah, that's it from me. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.